For those who don't know me, my name is Roshni. I'm an artist, a healer, creative, and a visionary. I've done some pretty cool things in my life, but also struggled a lot with a lot of trauma and pain and just constantly pushing to become the best that I can. What I want to share with you today, my loves, is the importance of focusing on your fucking well-being and being lit from the inside out, as in actually filling up with energy and prioritizing being in your deepest, most authentic and well state. And see, being women growing up in an often patriarchal situation in society, I mean, that was my background. You know, I was training from very early on. I started dance and performing. From when I was 3 years old, I started ballet, and from a very, very early age, say age 7, I was already pretty much performing and training hardcore. Eventually, later in my younger years and in my early teens, I was being trained with women who were 7, 8 years my senior. I was super advanced and mature at a very young age, and I was being pushed to become the best that I could be, so I exerted a lot of masculine energy when I was a kid. And sadly, eventually, one day you'll see how my story unfolds, but I hit a breaking point where I had a breakdown at 14. And ever since then, it's about learning how to heal this deep-seated, severe trauma that has changed the trajectory of my life. And in the process of healing that, I had the spiritual awakening and was able to then help others heal through these integrative and deeply immersive spiritual and embodiment practices. So the one thing I really just want to speak to right now, because it's very fucking real for me, and you know, trying to find a way right now, 11 years into my leadership, of just integrating my most authentic self, being really fucking real with where we are today, and you know, still embodying this sense of authentic leadership, but being motherfucking human about it, if you know what I mean, is that if you are a woman and you're struggling with your energy or overexertion, or you're just fucking burnt out, or you've hit a barricade where you're, you know, facing severe and significant trauma, where you might have severe anxiety, you're finding you're going into depressive states where you might not want to leave the house. Now, there is a flip side to that if you're healthy, which I highly recommend to do. But if you're on the sort of severe struggling side, then honey, you need to check in with yourself and realize that it starts with self-acceptance, listening to your body and acknowledging, okay, there's an imbalance here right now. There's a part of me that doesn't want to leave the house. There's a part of me that doesn't want to leave the bed. There's a part of me that doesn't want to talk or interact with human beings. There's a part of you that needs to listen to that voice and actually hear it and acknowledge it and honor it through self-acceptance. And the whole point of this actual journey is really coming into a state of greater internal union with yourself, which is how we ascend into union into the divine and live a creative, beautiful, expansive life, right? And through transgressing in this union, through self-acceptance, that is what opens the gateway and the doorways to self-love. And when we really sit in that space or immerse and meet this space and sense of self within the self, that is where the healing unfolds, the progression unfolds, the natural, healthy sense of being in your fullest embodiment and feeling safe. That's where that happens. So if you're feeling like shit today, honey, or if you've been feeling like this impending kind of awareness of this really isn't vibing with me anymore, you know, going to work all the time or living this lifestyle where I'm feeling like I'm dragging and my body is just sort of feeling almost dissociative or wanting to go in a different direction, honey, that is your feminine intuition and your emotional body speaking to you. So I hope that helps you and helps to give you a quick peer and insight into how motherfucking rich and raw and deep and real that we're going to get over here, and how I am in my life in general. I've spent many years in, you know, deep training, in deep therapy with myself, and, you know, encountering support as well over time, but really integrating all of these different aspects of the self in the spiritual transmersive measure, in the embodiment level, in the psyche level, and reintegrating my sense of persona and ego as well, which is just rich, really rich, yummy stuff. Yeah, I've been on IG for a really long time as well, built up a beautiful following over there, which obviously transgresses over to Facebook. I'd love for you to join me if you're keen. Head to @roshni.mama, and I will see you over there too.